All right, so I guess we left off about here. You guys were looking for some place to put Bear Grylls. So I chose the desert. I did a search using search tools to change it to larger than 2 megapixels. I'm going to go ahead and choose this one. Now I'm also experimenting with some settings on this video, so it might look a little bit smoother and a little bit clearer. So just let me know if it does. I go to view image because that usually gets you higher quality. You'll notice that's kind of pixelated. It's not working though. So I'm going to try this. Open image in new tab. Yeah, it's pretty small. I'm actually not going to go with this image. Even though it says it's 2 megapixels, it's clearly not. Sometimes that just happens. So I'm going to exit out of that. Let's try this one. And again, view image will usually get me full resolution. It's not working again. I don't know if my computer's just being slow. Let's try one more. Yeah, there we go. You'll notice that all of a sudden it went from being pixelated looking to all of a sudden it went to clear. So I'm just going to go open in a new tab. Now, let's wait until, there it goes. Open in a new tab. Now it should work. There. You want a nice big image, so make sure you get that. Take the time. It's worth it. I'm going to put this in my pictures folder. And I'll rename it just so it's a little easier for me to remember. Desert. There we go. And now I'll go into my pictures folder and just drag in that file right here. There we go. So there it is. Now we want Bear Grylls. And for me, I just stuck them on my desktop, so I'll just drag that image. You have that picture, so let's go ahead and take that picture and stick it in here. It's going to ask you, do you want to place it? You might want to first move it where you want it to be. Just kind of get some idea. That's fine. And then place it. The reason why is because once you place it, you will actually lose quality. If you place it really small and then you make it big, it'll actually it won't be able to scale properly. So all right, I'm going to rasterize this layer and I'm ready to work with it. Now it's got to stay at the bottom, otherwise we'll have like a floating body up in here, so he'll have to be kind of like sitting down on the ground and the desert's in the background. So I'm going to use the same method as before. I'm going to just go ahead and take a selection, and I could try using the quick selection tool by just kind of drawing in that area and that area, and that actually did better than I was expecting. Let me also get the magic wand out, and by holding down shift I should be able to select this area as well. Oh, there we go. And I'm getting a call. That's awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to ignore the call because this is more important. All right. Now let me get my mask up here and just see what we got. Right. So remember, you're going to use black to add to your mask and white to subtract. So just get a little bit of that in there. And over here. When you're happy with it, you can get out of quick mask mode by hitting Q or clicking over here. And let's take a look. Now if I were to do the mask now, it's going to select everything else. So I want to just go ahead and select invert. One of the other things that they always teach you to do with selections is you're going to notice there's probably a couple spots where it does not quite get everything. So you might, actually that's pretty good on this one, but you might want to go to select, modify, and just make it a little bit bigger. Also feathering it is not a bad idea, and what that does is it just makes the edges a little bit softer. Probably about 5 pixels would be good for this particular case. It just makes the edges a little softer, so when you cut it, it doesn't look quite as harsh. So let's do that. Boom. I think the feathering was a mistake. You'll notice this glow around him, so I'm actually going to undo that. So in my history, let me just go up here. Let's try it now. You'll notice there's still a little bit of a green outline. So again, probably want to go to select, grow. Sorry, let's try that one more time. Select, modify, expand, and let's do that by 2 pixels. Oh, man, I keep making that mistake. Sorry. Let's try contract because we actually want this to be smaller. I forgot we inverted it. So let's try 2 pixels, and there we go. And let me give it just the tiniest feather. Select, modify feather. I'll give it a 2 pixel feather. And let's try it now. It's pretty good. From far away. You'll notice there's a couple of spots we might have missed, like right there. No big deal. I just go into my mask, not the layer, the mask. Not the layer, the mask. Get white paintbrush out, and that should reveal any spots I might have accidentally gotten. So again, white uncovers, black covers, or hides, basically, when you're on your mask. Now remember, if I get off my mask, white's just gonna add white, and black's just gonna add black. It's not gonna do anything to the mask. I'm not crazy about this little area right here, but whatever, it's pretty good. So now we have Bear Grylls in the desert. That's actually fairly convincing. There's a black streak up here I missed, so I could go up here. Here's a cool trick. Click once, hold down shift, and click somewhere else. It'll draw a line all across that line. So there we go. I just, again, click and hit shift, and you'll make a line. And if I were to just show you what that looks like here, click, hit shift, you make a line. Yeah? Click, hit shift, you make a line. Oops. I gotta go back in history to get rid of those. Good. So there we go. I think if I was glancing at this picture, I might actually even think that he was actually there. Some other things you can do to kind of make it look more realistic is go up to your, you have to get off the mask and onto the layer, and go to image, adjusts, and curves. And you can play around with these curves to try to make it match a little bit more of the desert. Maybe a little brighter. Looks like he might have a tiny bit too much blue, so if we pulled that down, let's pull the reds up just a little bit. No, I don't want to go crazy with that. I don't know, that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't probably think twice about this one if I wasn't paying attention. Let's try pulling the green down just a bit. Nope. Yeah, sometimes you don't know until you try it. But yeah, that's about where we want it to be. So yeah, that's how you do it. Now what I want you to do for the rest of the period is go online, and I want you to add things into this scene. So I'm going to take a bat, and I want it actually to be images instead of just like clip art. It's pixelated, it's loading down here at the bottom. I wait for it. Now it's good to go. Now I can save it. Or just copy and paste. Copy. And edit, paste, or just Control-C, Control-V. You'll notice it's big. If you remember from yesterday, the Control-T is going to be what allows you to reshape it. Hold down Shift while you do that. And if you hold down Control, you can actually like do perspective things and play around with each one. I don't know if you ever wanted to do that. That's how you do it. Hold down Control. So Shift will keep it in perspective, and Control will do that. When you're done, just hit Apply or hit Enter. And this is a nice easy one because we have white. So all I have to do is use the magic wand, click, and select invert and mask it. Now, those of you who are used to just hitting delete, not the worst thing in the world, but again, masks are a lot easier to manipulate later on. They give you more control, and they're more pro. And don't you want to be more pro? Don't disappoint me. All right. So we got our bat. Let me make him small now. And there we go. Oh, of course, he should be upside down. There we are. Happy little bat. And there's a little border around it. You can go in and clean up your mask to get rid of that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's it for the rest of the period. Just have fun. I want you to save this, and at the end of the period, we'll submit these, and we'll take a look at who has the best Bear Grylls scene. All right, guys. Have a good day.